question 1 on page 33. Javier's monthly net income is $1,500. He requests that the bank deposits one-fifth, of means multiply, 1,500. That would give us 1,500 divided by 5, which is $300. $300 per month is being deposited into the savings account. So how much would he have in a year? Well, 12 months in a year, 300 times 12 would give us $3,600 in 1 year. Number 2, we got 336 miles. The Jones family drove 336 miles. Mr. Jones drove for 2 hours, Mrs. Jones for 1.4 hours, and Mr. Jones again for 1.25 hours. We add up all the hours, we line up our decimal, and we get 4.65 hours. So 336 miles for 4.65 hours. We want to know for 1 hour, divide by 4.65. To get to 1, what we do to the bottom, we got to do to the top. 336 divided by 4.65 will give us our miles per hour. Number 3. Skylar made some turkey sandwiches for a family. He purchased 5 pounds and 4 ounces. Okay, well, 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So if 1 pound equals 16 ounces, 5 pounds would be 16 times 5. That's 80 ounces. But he purchased 5 pounds and 4 ounces, so that would be 80 plus 4, that would be 84 ounces. So we got $26.88 for 84 ounces. We want to know for 1 ounce, divide by 84, 26.88 divided by 84 will give us our price per ounce. Number 4, we got strobe light that blinks 240 times in 2 minutes. We want to know how many seconds it takes to blink 1 time. So if we have seconds down here, we've got to have seconds down here. So 120 seconds is equal to 2 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. 2 minutes is 120 seconds. So 120. So to get to 1 time here, we divide 240 divided by 240 is 1. So what we do to the top, we got to do to the bottom. 120 divided by 240 will give us our number of seconds for 1 time. If you're doing this 120 divided by 240, you can make that into a fraction. Cross out your zeros, you get 12 over 24, which equals divide by 12, 1 half. 1 half is 0.5. So it would be 0.5 seconds. Next one, number 5. We're trying to see the cheapest watt per hour. The cheapest watt per hour. So we got 400 watts. Oh, I'm sorry, not the cheapest, the least amount of electricity per hour. So 400 watts for 10 hours would be equal to 40 watts for 1 hour. Divide by 10, divide by 10. 200 watts for 8 hours would be 25 watts for 1 hour. Divide by 8, divide by 8. 180 watts for 3 hours. Notice how I labeled my stuff. I just wrote 1 letter, but that makes all the difference. So 180 for 3 would be 60 for 1. So that's 60 watts per hour. And the last one, 140 for 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. 140 divided by 4 is 35, so that would be 35 watts for 1 hour. So the cheapest one would be 25 watts per hour. Last one, if we've got 14 dozen, there are 12 in a dozen. So 14 dozen is 168 cookies. 168 cookies. We want to know for 1 cookie. So 168 divided by 168 is 1. So 7.5 divided by 168 will give us our number of cups per cookie. Make sure you're labeling this. With this, you can't just write 1 letter. You would write out the whole thing. But make sure you're labeling your proportions.